Twenty-year-old South Korean Byung-Hyun Kim in his major league debut, and he gets Mike Piazza to end the game. Showalter pumped, and Kim's loving it as well. Arizona hangs on for that.
Still bottom 8, 2 outs, bases bloated. Byung-Hyun Kim steps on the rubber, looks over to third, starts his motion and stops. That is a balk. The ump, Jim Evans, makes the call. Matt Wallback trots in, and the Angels win it.
Told you, Kim, the youngest player in the major leagues. In fact, he is the only player in Major League Baseball born in the year 1979.
No protest file. Catch a break.
Young pitcher in Tim Hudson.
You get a look at his numbers on the season. Allowed only 1 home run so far this season. That was in his first start of the year against the San Diego Padres.
0-1 to Tim Raines, and we're underway.
You see Johnson, 200 strikeouts already and just over 145 innings pitched in the first half of the season. Only 40 walks up to this point.
High fly ball into left field, hit pretty well. Gonzalez at the wall, and a leadoff home run to left field. Walked Tejada on.
Going to the Detroit Tigers at 54.
That one thrown away by Johnson, and being awarded second base is Tejada. And now they're going to give him third. They're infield in. And that one hit into right field. Womack will get to it. Good enough to bring in the run. Sac fly RBI for Sign. Byung-Hyun Kim.
See the 22 strikeouts in 18 innings pitched. Also 12 walks. He has a tendency to get wild from time to time. See that very unorthodox submarine delivery. You just don't see very many guys throwing from down under anymore. Kim was thrown right into the fire in his first major league appearance. Came on against the New York Mets. Worked his way through John Olerud, Mike Piazza, and Edgardo Alfonso to get a save in his first big league appearance.
Kim was a member of the Korean national team and made an outstanding impression for the Diamondbacks during a visit to Arizona, pitching against the United States Olympic team in Tucson a year ago. That pitch outside, he struck out 15 batters in 6 2/3 innings against the United States. He led his team to the World Championships in Italy. And the Diamondbacks signed him as a free agent. That one fouled out of play, 2-2. And here he is, his first full season of professional baseball. And he's been run up from the minor leagues straight to the majors.
Still has a lot of Korean customs. When he receives a new ball from the home plate umpire, he will bow respectfully to the home plate umpire. When he wants to call timeout on the mound, he'll raise his forearms in the air and make an X. Letting the umpire and the catcher as well know that he would like to call timeout.
Kim is only the third Korean born to perform in the major leagues, joining Chan-Ho Park of the Dodgers and Shin-Ho Cho of the Boston Red Sox. 2-2 to Hudson, and that one called a ball. Boy, that was a lot closer, it seemed, than the strike 3 pitch to Matt Williams in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, Kim throws this flat slider at the knees at the bottom of the strike zone. Very close.
Kim makes the play and throws on to lead. For Randy Johnson, 34 consecutive innings he has pitched without getting a run of offensive support behind him. And he had a few words with Buck Showalter and walked right into the Arizona clubhouse. To Tim Raines, who led off the game against Randy Johnson today with a home run into the second row of the seats in left field. A throwing error by Johnson advanced Miguel Tejada to third with nobody out in the 4th inning, and Olmedo Signs knocked him in with a sac fly, and that is all Hudson is needed through the first 7 innings here today.
Raines has been a much better hitter from the right side of the plate, facing the lefties this year than the situation he's in right now, batting left-handed, facing a right-handed pitcher, hitting under 200 from the left side of the plate.
And there's strike.
Kim was part of a controversy earlier this year pitching against the Chicago Cubs. Had a bandage on the back of his right shoulder with some type of a heating balm on to keep his shoulder loose. He threw a pitch. It flew out of his shirt sleeve, landed on the infield. And the savvy veteran Mark Grace, when he went out to take his position in the next inning, picked it up, showed it to crew chief Ed Montague, and Kim was ejected from the ball game. After an investigation by the National League, they determined that there was no attempt to cheat or bypass the rules in any way, shape, or form, and Kim was exonerated, but for a few anxious moments during the course of that ball game.
Well, in the career of Tim Raines, to have a game like this on national television, and here he gets such little playing time, Randy Johnson on the mound, for him to deliver a home run to lead off a ball game and to add another hit in the game, a stolen base. It's certainly not beyond Raines. He has a track record. All of us remember back in 1987 when he sat out all of spring training, the entire month of April, as Bell will gobble this one up and throw out Raines. He agreed to terms on May the 1st that year of 1987. The very next day, after no spring training, after one day batting practice in a national TV game against the Mets, and that's when the Mets were a powerhouse team. Raines went 3 for 4 and hit the game-winning grand slam off Jesse Orozco in the 10th inning. I remember that game like it was yesterday. No one could believe what Raines was able to do.
7-time All-Star, 2 World Series rings. And as we mentioned earlier in the show, back through the early 80s, even to the late 80s, he was one guy, along with Ricky Henderson, another leadoff hitter, that could totally take charge of a ball game. I mean, just completely take charge of a game. If you walked him, he'd steal second, steal third, score on an infield out. If you pitched to him, he might take you deep or hit a ball in the gap. Almost impossible to throw out on the bases. He had that kind of speed.
How about the movement on that pitch right there from Byung-Hyun Kim? 1-2 on Miguel Tejada.
Well, Kim, from that delivery, when he throws the fastball, it tails in so hard on the right-handed hitters, complements that big sweeping sidearm slider. He can start that pitch on the inside part of the plate and break it all the way out of the strike zone away.
1-2.
Kim uses a very big glove out there on the mound as well. Bobby Valentine from the Mets tried to upset him in his major league debut by coming out and protesting to the home plate umpire that Kim was using an illegal glove. at which point Matt Williams came in from his position at third base and shooed Bobby Valentine back into the Mets dugout, and the game progressed with no protest filed.
That pitch, did it hit Tejada, or was it thrown behind him? Apparently it got him, so Tejada will be awarded first base with 2 away here in the 8th inning.
Well, we said that sinker from the sidearm delivery would tail back into the right-handed hitter. After a slider on the outside part, he comes way back inside off the plate with the sinker. Tejada with a little glare out there to the mound as he laid on the ground in the right-handed batter's box. Bud jumps up and runs on down to first base.
Inning continues for Olmedo Signs. He flied to right field in the first inning. A sac fly. Fly ball to right to knock in a run in the 4th. Struck out swinging against Johnson in the 6th. A's in front 2-0. We're in the 8th.
Tejada 5 for 9 in stolen base attempts over there at first base. Not the blazing speed you might expect from a middle infielder, but as he learns pitchers and their moves and learns how to pick better counts to run in, his stolen base total should go up.
Told you, Kim, the youngest player in the major leagues. In fact, he is the only player in Major League Baseball born in the year 1979.
Ouch.
Where were you, Mr. Brentley, in 1979?
I was in Double-A playing in Shreveport, Louisiana. I didn't even see the birth announcement, for crying out loud. I'd have said something to the Kim family.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have. They would have appreciated it. Bob who? Well, but they knew you in that Giants farm system, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's why I was 26 years old playing in Double-A ball.
Doesn't matter. They were just getting you groomed, knowing that they would have that All-Star game at Candlestick Park and that you would be there as a National League All-Star.
Well, they groomed me all right. Like a poodle.
Now, what do you mean?
All I'm saying is I think I left my best years physically on the back of a bus somewhere between Amarillo and San Antonio.
I understand.
But that's the way baseball is. I mean, it happens all the time. You get stuck in an organization behind a perennial all-star at your position, and unless you're traded or catch a break, you're stuck.
And stuck in the leg with that pitch by Kim is Signs. So 2 hit batsmen in a row by Byung-Hyun Kim. He got Tejada and now Signs.
Well, he mentioned he could lose his control from time to time, but we haven't seen him lose his control the way he has in this ball game as Dan Plesac, the left-hander, begins to warm up, and Buck Showalter making his way to the mound. I believe he's already signaled to the Diamondbacks bullpen that he wants the veteran left-hander.
Jason Giambi, a left-hander, coming up. There you get another look just above the knee. So a pitching change made. We'll be back to Phoenix in a moment.